I'm sharing a reading experience. I'm reading from a book called What I Heard, and I'm sharing it with you now. I hope you listen and receive something worthwhile from this. This video might inspire you to read what I did. It's my hope that you'll search for the best books and gain information and ideas to help you to become a better person. The more you read, the better you think, and the better you think, the more you'll be able to face life's challenges successfully. The Five Lamentations of Jeremiah. Poem 1. What sin doth bring? Once a sea of people, Jerusalem lies deserted. How the great do fall. Celebrations are now turned into mourning. Women cry over their starving children. This is what sin doth bring. Jerusalem's beauty is broken up. Her splendor is but a faded memory. People now gasp in horror. A filthy rag in place of a once silken gown. This is what sin doth bring. Jerusalem's sins were woven into ropes. Those who departed are hitched to the yoke of captivity. Plump grapes of prosperity are crushed. The wine of wrath is made by the adversary's feet. This is what sin doth bring. Sin brought me comfortless weeping. In no future do I hope, only a sick heart from what sin doth bring. Poem 2, A Sinner's Reward. The Lord is merciful, but couldn't be found in preserving the temple. He withdrew protection to bend his bow against his own people. Jerusalem treated the Lord and his servants as enemies. Holy feasts and Sabbath days did not soften Israel's heart. The Lord blotted out Jerusalem's memory and withdrew. His law and his prophets were rejected. Now Jerusalem is forced to hang its head in shame. Its children's and babies' lives ebb away in the streets. Jerusalem invited all these terrors. They called these terrors as if they were guests invited to a dinner feast. But the feast turned out to be the bones of Jerusalem's children. Consumed were Jerusalem's hope and beauty. Poem 3, Mercy from Anger. I felt the rod of the Lord's anger as he took me into darkness to break my bones. He bound me in heavy chains and buried me in a cold grave. He dragged me off the path like a lion to tear me into pieces. He mocked me in song and gave me gravel to eat. Everything I had hoped for is gone, yet I still dare to hope when I remember this. The faithful love of the Lord never ends. His mercies never cease. Great is his faithfulness. His mercies begin afresh each morning. Then I say to myself, the Lord is my inheritance, therefore I will have hope in him. I will wait quietly, for no one is abandoned from the Lord forever. Why should we complain when we are justly punished for our sins? Indeed, instead, we should examine our ways of sin and rebellion. Call on the name of the Lord deep within the pit of despair and say, Lord, are you my lawyer? Plead my case. Then he will answer, fear not, for I will aid thee. Poem 4, Then and Now. The people who once ate the richest foods are now foods for the jackals. The people that once wore the finest clothes now search the garbage heaps. People who once looked like fine jewels now look like soot. Once tender-hearted women now heartlessly cook their children. People who once had a grand illusion of themselves now aimlessly wander in the streets. Those who once set themselves up as a chosen people are now the shunned people of those around them. Poem 5. Prayer of Restoration. Lord, remember us. We are orphaned, widowed, thirsty, beaten, and humbled. Those that have sinned have been killed, yet we suffer the punishment they deserve. Joy has left our hearts. Are you still angry? Will you still continue to forget us? Restore us, Lord, and bring us back to you again. Bring us back the joy of life. We no longer reject you. Please don't reject us. I wish you the best in your happy readings. Thank you for joining me. Until next time.